BlackeyWhiteman, his name alone is a character. He's from Philadelphia, born and raised, and he's been telling jokes since the beginning of time. You have many stories. You have a sense of humor, most definitely. He had the laughing, we call him the master of laughter. And he traveled different places and have people laughing, and from clean comedy to adult comedy to after dark, whatever, he can do it. You want him to just tell jokes to the little kids, you have the little kids rolling and everything. After they get through, they'll be yelling, BlackeyWhiteman. You know, they'll be yelling. But he's definitely a character, and he's definitely can't wait to come out here. And he's straight from Philadelphia, born and raised, just like Will Smith said. And I'm going to bring you out right now without going any further, because I'm not the comedian, I'm a comedian actor. BlackeyWhiteman! And it's his song, y'all. Y'all better get up. Y'all better get up. We're not in church. We're not in church. Play the music. Play the music. Turn it up.
So, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and all of the goods. So get that all the way out the way, because we might be into the nighttime. Anyway, listen, the pastor wanted me to do clean comedy. So I took a shower. While I was in the shower, I heard the voice of God right after I dropped the soap. Blah, 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 blah. Yes. Who's this? This is God. God. Really? I want you to know, Blackie, that you are a good person, even though you've been to prison. I want you to know that you are loved, even though you just got convicted for domestic violence. So he had me so hyped that I was ready to just move. Remember you said move? I was ready to move. So I'm in the shower, I'm moving, Jack. I'm ready to tell you that I'm loved, I'm good, I'm ready to attack the world. And I went to go out the shower and the door was locked. So I had to start over. I had to re-galvanize myself. I walked out, and now I'm in the street. So I was walking down the street, eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, minding my own business, and I dropped my sandwich. And the first thing came out my mouth was, God damn, boom, blah. Yes, God. I started echoing now. Yes, God. I got scared. I used God's name in vain. He said, I want you to go downtown and I want you to talk to the people. So I started heading downtown talking to the people. When I get down there, there's this old lady. And she said, hey, I know you, I remember you. You robbed that man last week. I had to step back. It wasn't me. Because God told me that I'm a different person. So I put my mask on. I said, now do you recognize the person who robbed that man last week? She said, no. Thank you, God. God helped me many times in my life. And I've been traveling all over the world making people laugh. And sometimes people look at me funny because I don't look funny. I know I don't. You know? I was in front of the judge one time in one of my court appearances, and the judge said, well, you know, Mr. Whiteman, you're a robber. I said, no, I'm not. I'm a fundraiser. So So he managed to just say, okay, I'm gonna give you a break because you're a little bit smart. So I wound up leaving the courthouse free as a man. Proceeded to go out into the world. I went to Africa, y'all. Did y'all know that Africa was on the cutting edge of medicine? Oh, let me tell you about it. So I was there watching what I thought was animalistically impossible. We were on a safari. And for some strange reason, I was looking over there, and I see the lion getting raped by a bear. And it must have been on some kind of tranquilizer because he was, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. You know why? Because we had a scholastic conversation when I went to school in Africa. And because people don't think that black people have scholastic conversations, right? But let me give you an example. It's a scholastic conversation. I had a scholastic conversation with an African guy. I want something like this. Hello? Hey, B, you see D? No, man, he told me he got effed up on G Street trying to sell H. I talked to Jay. Who? Jay. You know Jay the crazy girl K? I thought he had life. Did he have an L? No, my N-word. Oh, I'm telling you about P and Q. Don't know where they are. Shot somebody in T's UV. T got an SUV? No, man. T's own man. Tried to play T. He was in George W. Wow, he knows his ex. You know how he is with those Z's? So for those who don't catch that literally was the ABC, scholastic, right? So they graduated me from my African school. So now I'm back into the States and I wound up getting into a relationship. There I was on the train, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I seen a pretty girl. I didn't know that she couldn't sing because she had on a Mary J. Blige gown. But I stood up on her, you know, hey, baby, what's happening? My name Blackie, what's yours? She said, my name Rashida. I said, Rashida, you gonna be my girl. Watch, you gonna see. I didn't know she was blind. She said, oh, what you trying to be funny? I said, oh, what you mean? I can't see. I said, oh, wow. I'm sorry. So we proceeded to have a full-blown relationship. Now, this is new to me. I don't know if y'all ever tried this. Try having a full-blown relationship with somebody who can't see. Anyway, we're in a relationship. And somehow we got into a little spat, you know, and she hit me with a hand in my leg. And I accidentally smacked her, Your Honor. So anyway, now I'm standing in front of the courtroom. The judge said, Mr. Whiteman, we're going to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law. And I was like, why? I said, because you blindsided her. She never seen it coming. So I said, well, she never seen how much I love her. So now we're in the part where they want to give me some time. So I got to think on my feet. So I said, listen, I talked to my lawyer. I said, listen, man, we got to come up with a plan. Tell the judge I got ADVHD. So he said, well, what is that? Don't worry about it. Tell him that, and I'll be out. So when he came out, he says, Your Honor, we'd like to say that my client suffers from ADVHD. And Your Honor said, what's that? And then that's when I came out of the Temptation background singing. Woo! Your Honor, I have an automatic domestic violence pain disorder. ADVHD. So every now and then you know what I'm saying? So he gave me a brief. So here I am with y'all. So I'm happy. Give me a clap, y'all. Give me some clap. I'm free, right? You know what y'all talking about? I'm free. You know, I was born 3 days after my first birthday. Because I'm so black. You say they didn't even find me for 3 days. They pulled me out. Where you go? I was crying the whole time. You know, I'm so black that my cousin, me and my cousin's pictures is right by the color black. You know. And he was born with not enough room on his face. You know, yeah, his face is like that. He just looked mad all the time, like a mad apple. You see a mad apple? You ever bite a mad apple? Anyway, I appreciate y'all coming out here too, because like I said before, I was performing for some people in Vegas, and when I told them my name was BlackeyWhiteman, they didn't believe it, you know what I'm saying? And my name really is BlackeyWhiteman, you know what I'm saying? It really is BlackeyWhiteman, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the pork chop, chicken, cheese steak from the side of Pennsylvania, you know what I mean? And I used to be Muslim, so I'm labor. And you know what? I was enamored with Louis Farrakhan when he first came out, because he would say real strong stuff, but then he'd throw you off. What we need to do is recognize the mechanisms that erect the records that are racially righteous here in the wilderness of North America. Is that right? Everybody like, yeah! And then he'd say something stupid like, well, that's why I don't buy my bean pies in Washington. And I'm like, what the fuck? Food stamps, stuff like that. I'm just totally thrown out, became, disenchanted with Mr. Farrakhan. You know what I'm saying? And I would also let you guys know that I'm half black and I'm half Jewish. Like my ethnicity is bluish. You know, not crip bluish. Like I like, bluefish and stuff like that. Yeah. So my ethnicity is bluish. I'm half black and I'm half Jewish. And like, a lot of them guys like Chuck D, Heavy D, all them D guys, I had uncles who had D's in their name. I had an uncle named Rob D. Whiteman. I had an uncle named B D Whiteman. Yeah, I had a daughter uncle named F D Whiteman. Yeah. So through it all, I became very spiritual. And sometimes when you get spiritual, you get over spiritualized. Like I did some comedy in the masjid one day, right? And it was funny because all I said was the word gonorrhea. And they went crazy on me. Sister Aisha, Sister Mupalaba, all of them went crazy on me. Like they ain't never suffered from a venereal disease or something like that. I can't stand people get some old churchified, like you ain't grown up in the ghetto next to Ray who stole out his mom or Boogie the crackhead. Come on now. I'm gonna qualify myself right now with all of y'all. I'm from the hood. I live right next door to crack, down the street from homicide, right around the corner from a Chinese store. Qualify myself, you know what I'm saying? And for y'all children, I know y'all sitting there looking at me, he ain't funny, he old. Cause y'all got something against old people. That's how young people think. I already know it. I got young people that I raised, my children. I don't know why young people think that we ain't been young before. Like what y'all doing is so special. Y'all doing all this. We did that too. We just did it the other way. You dig what I'm saying? That's all. Y'all swear y'all be doing something. Y'all don't be doing nothing but what we already did. But I tell you, it's just recycle civilization. But you can't tell the young folk now, man. Go ahead, old head. They ain't doing that no more. And I sit there and I look at how the fashions just come right back around. Right back around, and y'all swear y'all doing something. Swear you're doing something. Swear you're doing something. Come on now, you gotta learn a little bit of respect for the old people. Shucks, man. I remember I was coming out the store and an old man bumped me. And when I turned around and said, excuse me, the first thing he said, now this is one of the reasons why I can understand why some of the youth got problems with old people. Because when I turned around, I said, excuse me, sir. He said, watch where you going, you young punk, before I whoop your ass. What? You ain't gonna do nothing to me, old head. I'll knock you out. He said, all right, well then come on then. I said, all right, so me and old head fight now. Now, mind you, when I was young, when I was growing up and you young, it was all about how you look when you fight. You had to look cool like that. You ain't even trying to knock nobody out. You trying to look cool. We ain't had no pictures of it, but them, so I'm all like this. I'm all like this. And I want to throw a little thing at the whole head. Next thing you know, all I see was blue sky. He literally picked me up in the air and slammed me hard as he could on my back. So you know what I did? I hit the ground. First thing I said was, Mom! Mama! He said, don't call your mama now. He ain't see me. You know what happened, right? I walked up to him. I said, hey, old head. And so when he turned around, I smacked him as hard as I can and ran. So I got mine back, you know what I'm saying? Respect your elders, even if they don't respect you sometimes. Because you know why? Just like the pastor said, you're going to get time to get yours back. That's one thing about life. You will always get yours to get back. It ain't never old. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to stand here and start pontificating because I know y'all want to laugh. But sometimes you got to add a little pontification into the funny. Because you can laugh till you cry. You can cry till you laugh, you know? So I just do all that sometimes. I just add people. People just think just because you make people laugh is stupid. You ain't got nothing else to do but make people laugh. Well, you know, I got a brain. Y'all make fun of dumb black. Y'all make a dumb blonde or a dumb black. I mean, just black is dumb. He don't know nothing. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff. So I just try to dispel those type of things because I'm very educated. Yes, I know 14 7-letter words. So that makes me a 21 savage. For those of you who don't, and I know how to rap and all that stuff too for the young people, like my son talking about, oh dad, you too old, you can't rap. And I'm saying, listen son, when rap was a baby, I was there. I seen the poor rap out the room, I was there. I helped raise rap, but now rap done hit these streets and went crazy, man. You know, and it's sad, you know, turn rap against us. Remember, rap used to be all about having a good time and partying. When did they bring the guns and all that stuff into the rap? It just don't make sense to me. It don't. And then what's even more iconically funny to me is you dancing to this stuff. I kill everybody in your house. I kill a dog. I kill a cat. I kill a fish. And I won't wash the dishes. And it's just gonna bang and beat. I kill a dog. I kill a fish. But I won't do the dishes. And y'all be doing all this stuff. All that. And that's a whole rap song. I try to tell my son, oh son, when rap first came out, it was all about having a good time. You know, party people. Y'all want to get funky? So Sonic Boy, y'all want to get funky? And we be in the background saying, yeah! And then the beat come on, but we going backwards. But we ain't going forward like y'all go. We just going backwards. That's all. You know, I thought I would be a trash man by now. But drugs came out. Yeah, I didn't feel bad because it didn't just get me. You know, it got people like Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown, Amy Winehouse. So I didn't feel singled out, you know what I'm saying? I was in some esteemed company, so to speak, right? You know, but let me tell you something, drugs is not a good thing. Drugs ain't never been a good thing. And when you get off it, you better thank God. I don't know how to tell you. You know, it's small, but it ends up large. You know, there I was in the throes of my addiction, creeping in the streets. Needed some more drugs. Drugs cost money. I didn't have any money. But hey, there's a person with some money. He has what I need for drugs. So what do? Hey man, you got the time? It's up. Now I'm walking down the street. Now I got some money. You see how that works? But that's not how you live your life, because at the end of the day, by me doing that particular behavioral activity, I squandered a lot of time in my life, you know? So I try to reinvent myself through comedy. You know, I'd rather see you laugh than see you cry. I'd rather see you live than see you die, you know? And I'd rather see you fly than see you die, you know? And I done took wine money from bums. I used to charge rent for street bands. I used to charge protection from the address. I'm half rap and I'm half drums. I'm half rock and I'm half crumbs. I'm happy the next time she won't give you none. I'm the first of 4 sons. I was domiciled in Philly. I speak 7 different forms of Philly. I'm international. I gamble in our house. I pop shank from his daily cut. A champion. I act like a kid out to my husband. I want to tell y'all the story though. My cousin Ida, you know, like I said, I don't have nothing against Muslims, only my cousin Ida, because she's fat. And they say Muslim, not more fat. You see? And then she wasn't fat at first, she was skinny. But her and her boyfriend was smoking crack out of something that looked like a car muffler. And she gave it to him, there wasn't handle with drugs in it. So she smacked him. Bam. You know what I'm saying? He smacked her. Bam. And he stabbed her. But it sounded like the beginning of Biggie Smalls' record. Nigga, oh, nigga, oh, nigga, oh. God, he stabbed me, Papa said no. So anyway, she went to jail for 5 years, man. But she came out, she's Muslim though, you see? But she messing up the Arabic words because she preoccupied with eating. I took my shahada, Blackie, alhamdulillah. I said, no, that's alhamdulillah. You think about ham. Well, I got to make my salad. No, you got to pray. That's a lot. You know, since everybody's going to eat, and I guess we're going to wrap this up. We ain't going to wrap it up. I want to do my song, though. Can I do my song before we do everything? I want to do my song. Got to do my song. Got to do my song, man. No, listen, I only did this song because of my son. My son, 19 years old, he swear. I don't know what it is, he just swear. Pop ain't hit it. Pop got it, Pop good. Pop now rap and all that. You know? Pop was dead on rap, was a baby. You know? So when we get that joint queued up, I get this joint on and let y'all know what I mean. There you go. Cha 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 cha. Setting up the Jenny Jack, be back there in the club with a lap dance, trying to trap me. Know what happy, baby, happy time me up with your G straight. Lips with the tongue ring, vicious, freak, fake, party girl, handle your BI, some of them BI, or BIC, the wrong song. Real nasty, inches to brave on 9 inches, all your back, love it when you stand like that. She got that, she got game, hell of a shot, the whole game. Wanna have what you spot, but you need not coming up over the nigga. She wanna say that ain't your job, you need to quit it. Party girl, just bring her ass in the glass room, and with his ass, don't just work, it's work. Ain't no like the way you twerk, it's work. Everybody like the way you twerk, it's work. Party girl, party girl. Party girl, yeah. Say, yo, I like the way you twerk it. Everybody like the way you twerk it. You can say that, you can say it, it's a glove, it was older, yellow, pay your man, step, shady, Tom, Billy, Marshall, Bush, over, if I touch it, I'ma buzz it, I'ma come back to you, cause the mayonnaise catch a bus. Party girl, some of them be out, or be out sick, a long song. I like the way you twerk it. Everybody like the way you twerk it. Party girl, party girl, party girl, party girl. Hey, yo, I like the way you twerk. Everybody like the way you twerk. With a ball, bad bitch, ice cold, like spinach, jump shot, jiggy, getting high, eat a white chicken, brown chicken, fucking food, that stuff with my bluffing, I ain't playing no poker. Bring a horse, jumping, got Tommy on the kitty cat, long legs, long down, dig it out. Nigga play the cop, got a sharp, go to shopping. Now lady catfish, gold pop locking. Upper raw, butterball, turkey, beef, chicken. Half dog, half ball, half white. Women got butter on that whole store. Mayonnaise on that holy roll. Hit it $4 like a priest. Where that? Bomb down, don't bell, ding, don't business. Speed racer, X, chip, tricky. Party girl. Anyway, this ass from the twerk. Turkey for. Turkey for. Hey! Turkey for. Hey, I like the way you twerk it. Everybody like the way you twerk it. Party girl. Hey, yeah, I like the way you twerk it. Everybody like the way you twerk it. Party girl. This goes out to you, and you. Cha 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 cha. Twerk, 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 twerk. Y'all be in Maryland on the 25th of April, performing this joint and the other joints too. Thank you very much. My mom told me that she said, Blackie, whenever you finish doing or performing in front of people, say a small prayer. So y'all bow your heads and say a small prayer. God is great. God is good. Hope the Eagles win for my hood. Thank you very much.
Hope you guys enjoy that. Did you? Give Blackie another round of applause. BlackeyWhiteman, straight from Philadelphia. Told you. And that wasn't even everything. That wasn't even everything. And a lot of the stuff he put together, sitting back there and driving up here and everything, because he was prepared for different comedy. And he had to, last 2 days, he had to do another set and everything. But I think he did a great job, and he definitely enjoyed himself. And later, while everybody's eating, he grabbed him something to eat. We got the 360, we got the backdrop here. He want to take pictures with everybody. He want to talk to you, meet you. And anytime he's in Texas, we definitely gonna let everybody know. And I hope you tell your friends that, hey, it's a funny guy from Philadelphia. When you come, you gotta support. So whenever you see Ramble Dreams, Crazy Mouth, you know it's me and my partner, Todd. And he's, like I said, my other partner, he's in New Jersey right now. And I live here in Texas, but back and forth. But whenever you see Crazy Mouth or Ramble Dreams, you know it's Will and Todd. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Enjoy the food. And you're going to make sure you go to Real BlackeyWhiteman on Instagram and make sure you follow him. Communicate, it's him. Sometimes it may be me, but he replies to everything. And if you leave a comment, he's not going to be like a lot of other people. They don't leave a comment unless you got a blue check. No, you leave a comment, he's going to respond, and he treat everybody equally. He don't think he's hiring nobody. And what's that, Blackie?
I wanted to say one more thing to the kid. Can I?
Yes, most definitely.
I just wanted to share this with y'all because I really think it's important that we understand that there are elements and there are forces that really are set in place to keep us stagnated, to keep us down, you know what I mean, to keep us from moving. You know what I'm saying? And when you say no movement, there's stagnation. You're stuck. I remember you said that, stuck in my head. You're stuck. So I had one of those stuck moments while I was in school. And I just want to share this with y'all because it went something like this. I was sitting down and all of a sudden something just came over and I was like, teacher, is a project an experiment? How come I don't dress for class and style? You know, the cash is a fresh apparatus for status teach, so yo dig, I'm gonna check out for a while. Because I can learn chemistry by cooking up drugs. Field trips on the streets with a blunt, fast food jobbing. No, I'm gonna sell coke and start modeling. I'm gonna be a young gun, F-flipping the bun. You know the sneakers on the streets cost about $1. I had to have it like the habits. I couldn't give them. Now I'm getting the cash, I threw my books in the trash, 10 G's in my stash, teacher kiss my. But I was a teen with my finger on the trigger and a bullet. And some said don't pull, but I wanted to be a young gun. See, I learned mathematics from a pair of dice. I learned a lot about law watching Miami Vice. My pocket stayed fat and I had a gap. I had a Rolex, a Benz, that was all that. I had a squad full of gun-ho niggas, teens with triggers. We had the corners locked. We was juvenile mob figures. You know what I'm saying? We had the projects locked. Small fries got rocked. Post dishes, found dishes, trying to get me knocked. My old head said he ain't never lied, see the dead man never testified. See, now I'm rolling. The DEA went bold. Major crimes, the homicide stalk, I won't talk. They want to know about a man found dead in his ride. See, there's no turning back, I was all the way in. I was paying my mom rent. I'm a teenage kingpin. I was a teen with my finger on the trigger and a bullet, but some said don't pull it. I wanted to be a young gun. Drug knots, I called shots. My motto was F-cops. Leaving them dead with a heavy head full of lead. Put the bid. Check out the newsprint. Indicted. One of my homies caught a cheese diet. He switched, turned snitch, squealed, caught a deal. He got 2 to 10 for telling on the kingpin. But now I was locked down. My appeal was shot down. I was a king on the streets, but all that I'm not now. I was an inmate upstate. No hoagie, no cheese steak. I should have listened to the teacher and advising me to stay. Cause the feds, they don't play. Bro, I had 1 life sentence. And then they gave me 2. So that meant if I died, I still would have a bit to do. But I chose the life of crime instead. I was sitting in jail as a juvenile, putting 2 people to bed. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about that is, the life of crime ain't cool. Take my advice. Don't think twice. Stay your ass in school.
Give it up again to BlackeyWhiteman. Hey. Hey, told you, ain't just about jokes. He can be deep and everything, but he has a good heart. He's about positivity. He's just like to have fun. He's real. What comes out of his mouth, hey, he don't regret what comes out of his mouth, because like me, if you did it, you did it. And you did it for a reason. So that's why I never want to prejudge people when they get caught up. Because nowadays, like you were talking about back in the day, you know, back in the day, hey, it's not justifiable, but when people, especially come up in Detroit, when people have killed, or you heard about so-and-so, I got shot and everything, it was like, it always was a reason. The person walked up to them, they shot the person they want to shoot, they was walked away, they was gone. Not saying it was justifiable, didn't want to condone it. But the difference today with the youth, and not going against the youth, because I'm the number one person that would fight for the youth, and Blackie is too, is that they just shooting. They just robbing. They just doing it for any reason, no reason whatsoever. I used to go to Galleria Mall back in the day when I used to travel a lot, and I used to come through Texas, and that was the last time that a Galleria Mall was in the 90s. I remember going shopping there when I was traveling through. And now that I live here, every day since I live here, every time I put on the news or on my phone, someone's been followed, robbed, they got it in the mall. They follow you to see your bags, to see you shopping, you can't even make it to your car. They not just robbing people with bags. I seen where 4 guys robbed the Chick-fil-A dude, all he had was a cell phone, and he got them on the phone. And unfortunately, every time you see the camera footage, it's someone that looked like me with a hoodie on. And since the pandemic and since COVID, it just made it even more convenient because they're willing to wear the mask, but they think technology is not good. That's why people still get caught even with the mask on, because they follow the camera, especially in Philadelphia. Guys walk up to you, shoot you with the mask on, and you like, they get in the way. Next thing you know, they follow the camera down the street, around the corner, to ring the doorbell, all the way to the point they saw you get out the car without your mask and put it on, and they come get you. I've seen the guy walk with the mask on and everything, walk up to the parking attendant in Philadelphia.
shot him. The guy survived, shot him in the head. He survived. He was the same guy that did something in Brooklyn, New York. They identified him. They caught him because they rewind the tapes and they went around the neighborhood on the cameras in the neighborhood, followed the car, followed the person, and they got him as he get out the car, pull up the mask. Oh, that's who it is. Oh, we live right next door. And they come next door and they arrest him. So kids, just going off what Blackie said, be chill. You know, I tell my son, my children all the time, I fought more times and won more battles using my mind and my head without having to swing my fist. And my saying is, I don't swing, I don't show no offense unless I see the shoulders move. I see your shoulders move, then I know you're attacking. And I have every right, and I tell them they have every right to defend yourself. And at that point, depending on the situation, there's no rules in war. You defend yourself. But you don't go starting anything. Don't create beef. And kids nowadays, you look at them or you bump into them and they want to create a beef. But you have to be the one to say, yo man, come on man, everything good. I know your sneak's nice. I like them too. I got nice sneaks too. You know, it's sneaks. People doing life right now because someone stepped on their shoe. Someone stepped on Air Force One. The #1 homicide sneaker shoe print, that and Timberlands in the country. The majority of people that do murders, homicides, they either wearing Air Force Ones or they're wearing Timberlands. Every time they do their investigations, #1 sold in the crime scene. So it's real. It's real. We enjoyed ourselves. We had some comedy. We did great. I hope you guys enjoying the food by traveling chef Monica. She's doing great. Trust me, I got a little sleep. I tell her, you love cooking. And me, I'll help. But I had to doze off on the couch for a couple hours. The thing is, we did an event yesterday, and we didn't get home until, 1 o'clock in the morning. And she didn't lay down, she didn't go to sleep. We got comfortable, straight to the kitchen. And then she fell sick for a second. We had to create a cake, PlayStation controller. And we drove all our way and had to drop that off at like 5 in the morning just so we can come back to the house in time for her to make everything you guys see, from desserts to the dinner to everything. She did it this morning. So you talking about fresh food that you're getting. She didn't make it yesterday and set in the refrigerator. She didn't make it 2 days ago. She was in the kitchen and 6 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning doing this, and she had to create. If you guys know anything about cakes and creations, not just a regular round cake, a square cake like back in the day we used to have with the big number in the middle. But I'm talking about nowadays, people going, oh, my son like PlayStation, can you make the controller? And that's what she had to do, the controller. And she made a big cake with the controller, with the buttons and everything on there, and we drove about 40 minutes to an hour away to Houston, dropped it off at 5 something in the morning, and drove back home and put in overtime and still had to have my daughter here and get here at 9 to help set up, and she still was rolling. So by the time she get home, she gonna have to rest, but we still got delivery to do tomorrow morning. So it's like, it don't end. But she love it, I love her, and she know I'm the taster. I gotta get back on my workout regimen because you ever be in sitting watching the game, football, basketball, next thing you know, you got a spoon or a fork or a handful of something mashed in your mouth. Like, hey, whoa, what is this? Oh, it's rose cookies and cream red velvet cupcake. Like, tell me how it tastes. I'm like, okay. But I love her, and she know, hey, Traveling Chef Monica is on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, that's it right there. There you go, there's different style cakes. All those designs, everything she did. So if you guys got birthdays, anniversaries, people invite you over for dinner and they want you to bring the dessert, and you're like, okay, and you don't feel like making it, but you want to show out, all right, Traveling Chef Monica. Or you can go to Simply Elegant Cakes, which I think that's what they're on now, the Simply Elegant Cakes page. And she can, from cakes that look like pancakes, cakes that look like roasted pig for pig roast, all type of flavors of cupcakes, everything, whatever you can imagine, she can make. And with that said, it's not over. We have, I thought I was about to, anybody seen Crush Groove? That's probably my age, remember? Y'all thought I was about to say, when I said we had a lot of superstars on this stage here tonight. No, I'm not about to say. I want to say one thing. This is Sacrifice House? No. But it's not over. I was speaking to someone, and they was telling me about someone they truly love, and not a person of words, but he loved this individual. And I was, words, man, I understand. Words can be hard sometimes. I write, and of course I learned a while ago, people can freestyle rapping. I can sit down right now and you give me a title to write about, and I can think about it real quick, and I can just start writing a story from scratch without writing notes down. Just start typing and writing, and next thing I got like 26 pages. And this person said, there wasn't a wordy person. I said, no problem. I got you. You my man. But this person loved this individual. Hardworking. He had a dream, a goal. Worked for the family, day and night. The ups, the downs, everything. And I was like, man, sound like a good person. And yeah, it definitely is. She's definitely a great individual. I said, man, that's definitely sound like a great individual, and you don't want to not say anything. But I'm not good word. I said, no problem, I got you. I told you. I'm speaking through you. I'm speaking for you. This person loved this person so much. He was like, I said behind closed doors and this and that and everything. You can say it behind closed doors, man. But the thing is, your wife or your girlfriend want to know, or fiance want to know, mainly your wife, will you kiss me in public? Will you hold my hand when we walk in the mall and I just in the house when we're playing around dancing or cooking food? Will you say you love me when you not seeing me making that good old lasagna that you love?
will you say that you love me when we're in front of a lot of people? Will you hold my hand? Will you dance with me? And everything. Will you dance with me? Outside of the house? Or will you give me something outside of the house? And this person wanted to show that, yeah, I can do that outside of the house. And I just liked the person that's helping me make this happen grab the box and let's show this person that they king, love him to death. She's the queen, and he's the king, but you are the queen that made this happen. Miss Raquel, from your husband Daniel. He gave roses on with some chocolate-colored strawberries. Don't tell me you don't know how to be romantic. It's called sacrifice, and he sacrificed. So y'all have to pose with that. Don't lean in. Give her a kiss on the cheek. Oh.